Hello, mine fans. It's Russ, your favorite one-legged miner here again, coming to you from Tecopa Mines. And we're going to do another carbide lamp video because a lot of you have been asking me about these. We did one a couple years ago, and it was a pretty good one, but it was a little simplistic. So this time I think we're going to go a little further. We're going to actually rehab one of the lamps I've just pulled out of storage for display in the museum here. And we're going to walk you through the whole process here. In fact, here's our lamp right here. A brass body, metal reflector, and these are the lamps that the miners would use underground so they could see what they were doing. It would give them enough working light, about 7 to 9 candle power, not a whole lot, but a lot better than the 1 candle power they were getting off the candles they used to use back in the day. So they use these from roughly the turn of the century, about 1900, and well up into the 50s and 60s. A lot of the graffiti in our mines comes from the carbide lamps, so they'd write with the soot from these things. Also in wonderful cursive, which I can't do today, but they were doing it with these. So anyway, let's take this apart and see what it does and see if we can't make it light. Right now it does not, but I have a hunch in about 10 minutes we'll have it working. So let's play with it. The lamp is basically two parts. Got the lower chamber here, which holds our carbide pellets, and the upper chamber here with a water tank on top. So this is where we put the water into the lamp. A little on-off switch here controls the flow of the water, and our reflector here with a lava tip there in the middle, and our sparker right here. Now that's a pretty good looking spark we get there, and it's because underneath this wheel it's got a flint just like the old lighters. So you take this off here. It's hard to do with one hand. There we go. Unscrew that here. Underneath there is a screw, not a screw, a spring that pushes a flint up against that sparking wheel. You can use regular lighter flints from a smoke shop, or you can get actual carbide lamp miner's flints, which I use for these. You can order those online. So you get that in there all tightened up, spark, spark. It's important to check our water flow on these. Let's tighten that up a little bit. You check your water flow. Stay. Put a little water in the top here. Pick our lamp up and let's see if we got any water that flows through this. Yep. Move the lever, the water drips out. So that's important. You can have a really nice carbide lamp. Dump that water back out. But if the water doesn't flow, you're kind of hosed. Lamp's not going to work. So it's water coming down through this little tip here. Also on the tip is a little metal doodad here, which we're going to try to get off because we need to check something under this. Come on. Yeah. Does not want to come off very easily. There we go, got it off. So that piece sits above a piece of felt, a little round piece of felt down in there, if you can see that. And that's important because where the carbide gas starts building up, the felt kind of holds it back in there and keeps it from coming out too fast, builds up a little pressure in there, which we need. And this one's actually pretty good down in there, passable at least. So if it wasn't, I'd just replace it with another one like this. But that's still a decent looking felt in there, so I'm going to leave it in there. These are getting kind of scarce. So we check we have a felt. We put we'll hold down doodad back in there and screw it into place with one hand because that's fun. Gasket, very important. Between the threads in here and the threads here, there should be a gasket. In fact, there has to be a gasket because as you're building up pressure, that acetylene gas get ready to come out there and burn. If you don't have a gasket in here, it will seep out between the crack between the upper and the lower, and you'll get a nice surprise when you go to light it. You'll also lose most of the hair off the back of your hand. Hasn't happened to me recently, but it's happened to me enough times. So I do have a new gasket here for it. I'll slip that gasket on there. Very important. If the lamp don't have a gasket, or if it has a crummy gasket, it's going to hurt you. So that's important on these things. Now, this lamp should be ready to go. We got a spark, we got water flowing, we got a felt, we got a gasket, we got some carbide in this carbide can. Let's put it in here, shall we? Now, people will ask me, where do you get your carbide from? This calcium carbide? It's a question I get a lot. I order this stuff off Amazon, miner's grade carbide. They'll ship it right to you. Not the cheapest, but yeah, it works. So we put some of our carbide pellets in there, and you can see this is what it looks like. And it's important, once you open these carbide cans up, you got to seal them up again pretty good, because if oxygen gets into these things, it will reduce your carbide to dust, and that's no good at all. It doesn't work. So close your can up tight. And I put the top back on the lamp here. Let's see. Give me a second. This is hard to hold the camera and do this. Just set this right here a minute. Maybe get a gratuitous sunset shot while I do this. Nice and tight, because we don't want gas leaks. There's our Tecopa Mines sunset. Isn't that beautiful? This is what I get every night. I love living out here because I get beautiful stuff like this every night. Just beautiful. This is my home. Anyway, back to what we're doing here. We've got, seems to be a complete lamp. Water is off. We put some water in the top of the lamp. Not a lot, because we're not going to run it a whole lot, but enough. Close our stopper here. We'll open the gas here, or open the water rather. And oh wow, you can hear it bubbling. You see a little bubble come out the top there. Water's dripping into the gas. I can smell it. So I can drop it. These are tough little lamps. Let's see if we can make it light, shall we? Damn it. Technical difficulty, please stand by. So what we do is we now cover, put it not into the sun. Okay. Now turning that around so you can see me and see the lamp here. I shake the lamp up a bit, get some, I can smell it coming through. You cover the lens like this with your hand. 1, 2, 3, and then you just spin your hand off over that striker like that. And your lamp lights up nicely. I could have done that better. Let's blow that out and try it again. Tighten this up a little better. And we build up a little gas here. Feel that striker and pop. There we go. Now, sometimes you get a little more gas build up under your hand. You'll get a very loud pop. I did it earlier when I was messing with these. Completely scared poor Merida. She ran off somewhere. But as you can see, using the reflector, you get some pretty good light. It's not really showing a whole lot out here in the daylight, but underground, it's more than enough to see what you're doing. That's why a lot of cavers and other folks still use these things today. They're real handy. Yeah, like this little dummy. Shake it a little bit more, get a little more water down there on your carbide. So again, kind of cover it, get some gas build up there. Ah, boy. There we go. That's the pop we're looking for. So these things are a lot of fun. We still maintain some around the mine to show people what it was like back in the old days, because all of the mining out here was done right up until the last days, either with candles or with carbide lamps like these. So you'll see a lot of graffiti down in the mines where the miners were using these lamps to draw and to write with, including a lot of script in cursive, which I can't even do with a pen, but they were doing it with these. So anyway, I'll take it off, I'll unscrew it. Oh, carbide steam coming out of there. Look at that. That's our acetylene. Let's dump water off to the side here. Put this lamp away. Dump the remains of our pellets here. You can't reuse those. So once they're in the lamp, once they get a little wet, they're done. But that's our carbide lamp here. We've got quite a few out here at the mine. And let's see if we can pop into the new museum here. Get out of the chair here. And show you what we got for lamps here. Now here's the beginning of our carbide lamp collection we're going to have on display out here at the Mine Museum. As you can see, we've got several different, manufacturers and shapes. They're all pretty much the same. Once the first one was made, each one came along was just different enough from the others to avoid a copyright infringement. But they all work the same way. Most everything's interchangeable on them. They use the same stuff. And the old ones from the very early 1900s are just as reliable today if they've been taken care of as one just recently made. So these are really cool pieces of history, and they are handy and fun to use. And if you take a little care to maintain them and be careful with them, they're quite enjoyable too. So you come out here to the Tecopa mines and we'll show you these and give you a demonstration and meet the mine dogs. We'll just scatter around somewhere. There she is. What you doing, Cleo? Anyway, this ain't about Cleo, it's about calling it a day here. And it is time to, I'm gonna sit back and enjoy this beautiful sunset. And thank y'all for coming out and watching this video today. If you haven't, please like and subscribe. We grow when you grow our channel, so that's all I got to say. Have a great night.